Hello everyone, it's Christine from Christine's Stamping Spot. Welcome back for our first Mystery Monday video of December. Can you believe it? Christmas is coming, just a few weeks away. So today I thought we're going to take another quick look at this Beary Cute stamp set, but mostly this designer paper. Now I know I've touched on this I think last week, but I saw a really cute fun fold gift card holder by Christina Reese, who's from Texas, and she posted this a couple of years ago actually, and she got the idea from Don Griffith, I believe. So I really hadn't focused too much on this Christmas Beary Cute bundle so far, so I really wanted to challenge myself in using this designer paper. So I know a lot of you have seen it, but if you have not, I'm just going to quickly show you the images, and then you'll maybe better understand what we're using when it comes to showing you the project. So it's all sort of polar bear based, so super cute images. I love this one especially, just the scenic look of it. It would make a great scrapbook page, or you could just cut out pieces of it for card fronts. Some really cute sort of sweater Nordic patterns, some more really fun polar bear images there, and snowflakes, and gifts, a whole bunch of colorful gifts. And then on the reverse we have some more of that sweater pattern, but in greens, some really cute paw prints in the snow, trees, which are always great, some really fun other animals, and some more snowflakes, and another sweater image, more in the blue. So I'm going to show you the project. It is a gift card holder, and I know they can be very popular at Christmas and even birthdays. So this is the front of mine, and then when you open it, it opens like this. And there's room over here for your gift card. And you can just stand it up, and it makes this kind of W fold, which is very simple to do. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do one of these. In case there is someone on your list that would just love a gift card. So I'm going to maybe start, I'm going to do this in pieces, and then we're going to put it all together. So how about we start with the fun fold here, and we'll decorate it all first, and then we'll work on the base and the cover. Okay, so this of course uses that designer paper. This is the tree image, and then you've got this cute scenery on the back, so you could definitely choose whichever one you liked. I think I'll just stick with a tree image because it's not quite as busy, as cute as this one is. I do love this, but let's do this. So this piece, and I will post these measurements. I've used a few different sort of measurements and pieces than Christina did, but I think they should work. So this is a designer piece that we're going to do our W fold. So this is at, I believe, 4.25 by 12. Now Christina did 4.5 by 11, but I thought, you know what, let's just use that whole width of the designer paper, and we'll see what happens. I think it'll still be fine. So the first thing you're going to do is decide which pattern you want to show as your V. So I'm going to go with a tree. So then we're going to fold this in half first. Okay, so I'll just fold this in half, and then with these sides here, we're going to bring those to the center and fold them again. Okay, so just line up your edges and give that a little burnish, and then we'll do it on the other side as well. And this will create our W fold for the center. Okay, so it will look like this, like a W. Okay, now on one side we have to cut a bit of a slant because we want to have a little pouch for our gift card. So I'm just going to measure, this is 4.25, so going down in half is, you know, just over 2 inches. So I think I'm just going to go down. There's no right or wrong measurement. I'm just going to go down maybe down to just about 2 inches. I'm just going to make a little pencil mark, and then I'm going to take up my trimmer, and I'm going to go from this fold up here where we folded that flap. So you're going to line that fold up in the track and then down to your mark. Okay, so I know it's a little bit tricky to see here. And even if it's approximate, it works. Okay, so I think that's not too bad. So that will be our flap. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just decorate this, because it's really a lot easier to decorate it when it's flat than when it's in your base. Okay, so the way I chose to do it was I cut out some of these scallop contour rectangles, and I believe the one I used was the second smallest. Now, if you wanted to use a larger one, you could. If you wanted to use the next size up, that would probably still fit. Yeah, you could still use that one. And then, so I cut 3 of those, and then I just chose random patterns from the designer paper, except for this last tree, which I did stamp, and I'll get to that in a minute. So let's start with this guy first. So I have my scallop contour out of Misty Moonlight, and then I cut out the polar bear image from the DSP and one of the trees. Now I know this involves a little bit of fussy cutting, which is not up everybody's alley. A lot of people find it's just too stressful, or they just don't like it. Now I can't find my silicone mat, and I did have it. Oh my gosh. Oh, you think, okay, I have everything ready to go, and then boom, something just disappears, but we'll try to work around it. Okay, so let's just put this to the side. So you can decide how you want to assemble these pieces. I'm just going to put maybe my tree about there, and then my polar bear with the gift, I'm going to pop him up in front of it. Oh, I think I found it. Oh my gosh, there it is. Under my measurements. Okay. So I'm just going to put this tree on flat with regular adhesive. A little star there. And I'm going to put it a little more here to the right. And you could certainly use, you know, different background if you didn't want the, you know, whatever coordinates with the paper. Even this insert, if you didn't want to use designer paper, you could use cardstock. I just chose the DSP because it was a little bit lighter and wouldn't add quite as much bulk. But and of course I wanted to try to use up some of this designer paper and see how much I could use inside this gift card holder. So, okay, so let's put on our little bear, and we will just pop him in front of the tree like so. And then I did add a couple of the adhesive back glitter sequins. Now you can or can't. I think maybe, I don't know if I will on this one or not, if I really need them. I think I'm going to leave them out, but I might use these on the front. But I did use some here on my sample if you want to sort of glitter things and sparkle things up a little bit. So I'm just going to leave this, and then I'm going to put this on the one panel of our insert. So I'm going to put this on the first panel, and I'm just going to sort of center it. Now, if you wanted to add an extra mat behind the blue, you could if you wanted just maybe a green or a blue or something brighter, but I'm just going to keep it simple. Again, trying not to bulk it up too much. Okay, so there's our first panel. So for the second panel, I chose these two images. I chose a different tree from the designer paper and this little fox here. Okay, so let us put some, oh, if I cut that quite right, yeah. Okay, so let's put this down flat. And maybe we'll put it, oh, my star's a little wonky there. Let's put this maybe to the left this time. I'll just pop that down. Looks a little, I missed a piece here. Okay, so we'll pop that, and then we'll put our fox up with a dimensional and pop her, I'm going to call it a her, in front of the tree here. And then we can add this onto our second panel. Okay, so the center, just try to line it up maybe with that, although it's not a big to-do. And just sort of give that a press. So there's our second panel. All right. And then our third panel, I did stamp a tree instead of cutting another one out. So I did use the stamp set, the Beary Cute stamp set. I stamped out this base with old olive paper and old olive ink for the outline. And then I used this other fill-in image with Mossy Meadow. It's like a two-step stamp process, right? So you stamp your base in a lighter, and then this I overlaid in a darker color, and then cut those out and cut it out like so. Okay, and then I just snipped a piece of early espresso for a tree trunk. No measuring there, you just whatever you want. And I'll put that there. And then I just cut out a star from the Stars at Night dies. Now you probably have a million stars dies lying around somewhere, or a punch or something. This doesn't have to be these particular dies. It's just, these are handy and close in hand. So we're going to put a gold star up there with a glue dot. And then we will put it on top of our base, and I will pop that up with some dimensionals too. And we will put this on our Misty Moonlight layer here, like so. And I think I'll just leave it like that. I did initially think, oh, maybe I could cut out some of the presents and put them under, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to leave it simple and leave it as the tree. And then we will put this on our third panel. I'm just centering it. I'm just going to fold this back so I have a better sense of where my center is here. Okay, so we'll put it about here. Okay, so there are our three panels, and of course this one now that I did that is a little bit lower. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's just do it the other way. Okay, there we go. That looks a little more in line with the others. Okay. Excuse me. So now I think what I'll do is we'll set this aside and we'll work on the cover, and then we will put it all together. Okay, so for the base, I used a piece of Misty Moonlight, which is 8.5 by 5.5, your regular card base. No different measurements there. I'm going to fold it in half. And then I took a piece of that designer paper, which has some of the other animals, and we're going to put that on top of our base. You could certainly use a different pattern if you wanted. Okay, and then I cut out this image from the designer paper. Now you'll notice on my sample, I didn't cut out this center blue part at the time, but then I don't know what I was thinking when I was cutting this. I just kind of kept going. My mind was wandering, and I kind of ended up in here, and I thought, oh, okay, well, I'm here now. I guess I might as well just cut out all that blue, and it was really not very hard to do. So that's why it looks a little bit different. It doesn't have this blue from the DSP. So we are just going to lay this on flat. I cut out one of the stitch shapes, the largest circle. So let's just put some adhesive on here, or should I pop this up? What do I want to do? pop it up, will that add? Then I have to pop up that little star. Well, we could probably do it as long as it all fits on the circle. So let's go rogue and do that. So add a couple of large dimensionals, and then let me find my minis. Where are you guys? Let's pull out some minis here, just for the smaller pieces for this star. Okay. And then we'll peel all those off. And put them on top of our circle. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. So let's put this whole piece here. We'll sort of center it on the circle. And there you go. So it looks cute. It's got a little bit of the white showing through instead of the blue, but that's fine. And then we'll just put this on flat. And I'm going to place this a little bit here. Now I'm covering up that cute little reindeer, his head. Oh, I guess I should have tried to cut this layer a little different. I guess I could put it, well, do we cover his head? I hate to do that. Well, let's switch it up. Let's put it a little higher, so we still see his cute little face down there. And then from the stamp set, I stamped Christmas is Better Together. I thought these polar bears with all their friends, that was cute. It's also got Warm Wishes or just Merry Christmas. So I stamped this on basic white with Misty Moonlight, and then I cut these these words apart. So I cut Christmas is Better Together, and on my sample I arranged it this way because my cute little reindeer was more towards the top. So I said Christmas is Better Together. So now we're going to have to figure out a different way to, we could just put them all at the bottom, I guess. I guess I could have centered that then too, but that's okay. There's no mistakes in stamping, right? So we could do it this way because Christmas is a little too wide for there. So let's just do it down here and try not to cover his face again. I did not plan that very well. Okay,